left-wing Kingz. Listen, think, act, repeat.
On Thursday, May 30th, former President of the United States, Donald J. Trump, was found guilty on 34 felony counts of falsifying business documents. The felonies he was convicted of are Class E felonies, which is the lowest level felony in New York State, and therefore the sentencing options available to the judge on July 11th may not make too many people happy. So let's talk about the 5 most likely sentences for number 45. Number 1 is fines. Class E felonies in New York can carry fines of up to $5,000 per offense. That could be a total of $170,000. Wanda, would a fine be just a drop in the bucket for Trump?
Yeah, we all know that. So fines serve as a deterrent. Okay, so if you're looking at $170,000 for, I think he's classified right as a millionaire at this point. I mean, it's like me paying $200. Yeah, okay, I'm sad a little bit, but it's not going to deter my behavior. So yes, it's a drop in the bucket. And then you got to look at proportionality. Right? Like what was the criminal offense? This man has 34, right? So he's now accused. What is it? What's the term? Convicted of 34 crimes.
Right.
So we're saying 34 crimes in a criminal court, right? Felonies, that $170,000 would suffice. So no, I don't agree with that. Again, we all know he's a millionaire. So that $107,000 is like a slap on the wrist. It's like, okay, and then move on. And the purpose, again, is to deter behavior. So what would be the deterrent in this factor?
And we all know that Trump don't pay no damn bills. That nigga don't pay no bills. Like, even if he is a millionaire, like the crime he got committed for was because he didn't want to pay the dude back to pay the bill for him, basically. So a fine, why you gonna fine a guy that don't, like, he's listed down? He went to court because he didn't pay a dude back and got caught up in the game. You know what I'm saying? So
right.
Yeah, they ain't gonna be done to Trump. Trump don't pay nothing in the first place.
Yeah, the way I look at that, it's kind of like, it's like an investment. Like, let's say you buy a house, like a house flipper. They spend $250,000 on his house and they sell it for $350,000. Well, to me, he spent $130,000 on her shutting up in like the election, and then so that to him is value. But then he only paid $170,000 for that. So like maybe he lost $40,000 total. Is the way I kind of look at that.
He put his $130,000 on Afterpay and Klarna and shit. He paid that shit back in payments. He's like, Trump don't pay no damn bills, man. Like, you're not gonna deter that boy with no that's what he want. Like,
right.
Whatever. He'll keep it moving. Then even if it is gonna happen, they gave that boy $34 million after the verdict. Somebody else gonna pay the bill he earned. You know what I'm saying? So Trump's that friend that, y'all go out to eat, and the check come out, he start looking the other way. He go use the restroom and shit. You know what I'm saying? He's that dude. You know what I'm saying? So he's good. He's good. He ain't gonna do nothing, man.
Yeah, it's crazy, man, because like you said, they actually leveraging this money for his campaign to pay his bills. And this is just another bill. So what you think this $34 million that he just made all this money just because he got found guilty? You think he paying that $170,000 out of his pocket?
That's the equivalent of you coming and ask me for a loan, Sean. I'd be like, nigga, you make more money than me. Like,
Scooped.
Why am I gonna help you with your bill? Like, why are they helping Trump out? Hey, he got $4 billion. Remember that nigga said he had $4 billion? He was good.
He a millionaire, but yeah.
Yeah, fines ain't gonna do nothing.
No, it's an inequality concern too, because who does it hurt? It would hurt low income people. It does not hurt the ones who have means. Let's just leave it like that. So it's not even a punishment at this point.
No.
Yeah. So something that he might kind of find embarrassing might be number 2. So number 2 is community service. So this might lead to Trump picking up trash in an orange vest, or I don't know, working in a soup kitchen, whatever the case may be. Ace, would community service be a slap on the wrist or a major embarrassment, or neither?
What it's going to be is a photo op, because that's what he's going to use it for. He be out there, man, talking about how they got him down and look what they got him doing and Or he even be lying talking about how he's helping people out. Nigga, you on community service, nigga. Like, you would not be doing that on your own, fool. Hey, man, I'm over here cleaning up the streets, man. You know what I'm saying? That's how much I'm in. I could just see him lying right there. Like, nigga, you and Leroy over there picking up trash on the side of the road.
But
You know what I'm
how
saying?
could he be like doing that? He's supposed to be working. He's supposed to be serving soup, bro.
That nigga turn anything into a op. So, yeah, I really don't think that, like, he should be embarrassed. He's not. He might say it, but he's not. He's going to try to find a way to flip it. That's one thing he's a master at, is taking advantage of some things like that. So it'd just be a major photo op with him, and he'd use that as a fundraising thing. You know what I'm saying? Help me get out this jumpsuit, man. You know what I'm saying? Get me off the side of the road,
me off this vest.
man. Picking up this trash, man. And look how Biden's dirtying up the country. You know, come on, dog. You know what I'm saying? He'd flip it. You know that for a fact.
Yep.
Yeah, community service is supposed to be about personal growth. So all I keep thinking is, how is he going to grow from this experience? You got to have empathy, understanding of civic responsibility. And he has none of those. So I was like, how is that going to actually impact?
Right there, right off the back, two strikes.
Impact his responsibility. Like, no. And then I think about restorative justice and how it's supposed to help you and you find amends. He thinks he was wronged. Where's the restoration in that? He doesn't even think that he should have been on trial in the first place.
Right.
So community service is definitely going to be a joke once again for him. And like you said, he's probably going to use it as a photo op. A photo op opportunity. Look what they did to me. You know, again, he sees himself as the
Woe
black
is
man.
me.
You know, right.
Woe is
He's
me.
like, look at me, you know.
They persecuting your boy.
Right. So no, there's no sense of accountability for him. And that's what community service is supposed to be. And he's not going to have that.
Well, something else that I know is supposed to be is people supposed to be clicking on that like button. So if you're enjoying this conversation, please make sure that you click the like button. And if you'd like to see more of this conversation and things like this, make sure that you subscribe to Left Wing Kings and share our content on all of your social media platforms. So moving on to number 3. The number 3 most likely sentence for Trump is probation. Trump could face up to 10 years of probation. Ace, how would probation impact Trump and his duties if he was elected president?
I was talking to others like this. Can you imagine? You the PO. He get elected. You got to roll up to the White House, fool. You know what I'm saying?
Or he got to come to your office.
Yeah, or whatever. And they, Secret Service sitting all up in the probation office. You know what I'm saying? That'd be horrible, man. That'd be a horrible situation. And like, what he got to do? Like, if he got to go like to a, he got to go to a summit meeting or something. He got to get permission from the PO. Like,
Yep.
Hey, you know
You
what,
can't
man?
leave the state.
I can't come to the summit meeting, Putin, because I'm on these papers, nigga. Like I can't. You got to come to me, nigga. Like I can't leave, nigga. Got this ankle monitor, nigga. I can't go out the continental United States, nigga. Like just
the White House yard.
yeah, nigga. That'd be so ugly, dog. Like where are we at as a country, dog? You think George Washington somewhere like these niggas, dog? Like for real? Like we did not, Ben Franklin. Like we didn't think of it like this. Like nigga, we didn't imagine this nigga. Like for real. Hey, the president caught up. Got to go see a PO. You know what I'm saying? And nigga, I got 5 more years, nigga. I'm on paper, dog. Nigga. That nigga failing piss test and shit, nigga. Like,
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, nigga, you failed the piss test? The president? Come on, man. That's just a bad look, America, dog. This is a bad look, man. That's horrible. Come on, man. Shit. Yeah, nigga, I can't party this weekend, nigga. Like, I can't. Nigga, I can't come to this state meeting, nigga. Like, you know what I'm saying, nigga? Because I gotta stay clean, nigga. I gotta pee, nigga, next week, dog. I can't come, dog.
Yeah. Something.
It's bad.
I can't. I don't even have anything to say. I think about, so supervision, right, by a probation officer. I really want to know what the terms of what it would be.
Right.
I really need more information on that.
That fool gonna have an office in the West Wing. Like the PO gonna have an office in the West Wing, nigga. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
Dang.
just pull up on the nigga. Like you can't heat everywhere. That nigga right there with the state, the Secret Service and shit. Nigga standing right next to him in press conference and shit. Yeah, that's my PO right there. Nigga. He wanted to make sure I was gonna be where I was at. He wanted to make sure I got a job and shit, nigga. You know what I'm saying? For real.
Yeah. But to Walanda's point, I am very
need more
interested in like what would be the conditions of probation, right? Because there's all type of things. He can make him take like finance classes or some type of empathy training or some shit. So, I mean, do you have other things you wanted to add to that?
It was just more the empathy, the social awareness type of training. But I would want to know, like, how intense is it? What's the frequency of it? Like you said, I don't know what type of probation would be given for that. Because this is more like he knew better. You know if you have to pay someone or you don't, right? You know where your funds have to come from. You're going to make them take a business course? Like, what does that look like? So to me, again, the probation wouldn't fit the crime because he's already aware of what you are supposed to do and what you're not supposed to do. He has lawyers. He has legal counsel around him letting him know what is correct and what is incorrect.
Right.
So on the probation part, I need more information. Let's to see what that actually would entail and what's the frequency involved in it.
Yeah.
That'd be straight ugly. Just ain't good look on it. I can't think of that being like a good situation at all. So that's horrible, man. We got.
But it's better than him going to prison. I mean,
we got to have this discussion.
If you ask, we got to, because
chief.
If you ask like all of the people, all the pundits out there, and then even all of the legal scholars and things, they're all saying like he's not gonna get prison time.
Yeah,
okay, well that's fine. So, but it's an option still. We'll talk about that option in a minute. But at the same time, what else you got? You got fines, probation, community service. Like it looks like that's probably the most likely one to happen would be some type of probation. But we don't know what Judge Mershon is going to do. And that kind of leads me on to like number 4. So number 4, we talked about it's probably unlikely, but intermittent imprisonment. So intermittent imprisonment. I can't even say it. Intermittent imprisonment. Thank you. Like basically involves like Trump going to jail on the weekends. Like basically like
from bad
Trump
to
could
worse.
From
bad to fucking
like,
worse.
Something like that, right? He can work, be a free man during the week, and on the weekend he has to go to prison every Saturday or whatever for however long they deem it to be. So
goddamn president on work release, man, for real.
What do you think about that, Walanda?
I giggled at first because I think I'm seeing this conjugal visits. I'm like, Melania, you coming?
She ain't gonna want to come.
He ain't getting conjugal visits. Nah, nigga, on right now. Nigga.
No, but
unless you're paying 130, he got to put 130,000 down. Nigga, shit.
Be like, you better call Stormy, baby. You better call Stormy.
Cost him 130. Shit.
But on the real, I think it maintains like his employment, right? So
maintains his employment.
He maintains, because everybody keeps thinking this is the ploy. Like Democrats are just out to get them. And I was like, so you think every juror was a Democrat? Like, I'm not understanding. So to me, that helps the optics, right? So, you know what I mean? This is not a ploy against this man. He did something wrong.
Right. He still gets to do his job.
He still gets to do his job.
One of the jurors told him that they listen to True Social. That's all they listen to. That's how they get their
Oh, I believe it. But I'm just saying that's the optics, the perception that people have is like the Democrats are out there to get him. So this would help that, right? He still maintains his employment. He still would do his little Monday through Friday, and on the weekends or the evening times, he goes and serves his time. I think also there's a rehabilitation focus in that, because now he gets to see, like, as a criminal, this is what happens to you. I think he thinks this is a joke. You know what I mean? He didn't think he was going to go to court, right? He didn't think he was going to be guilty. So you should be able to walk the walk of that criminal, because now he is a criminal. I need everybody to understand that. He is a criminal, okay? He's found guilty. Also think about the flexibility and the proportionality to the crime itself. We do know it's a white-collar crime, right? He didn't kill anybody or anything like that. But these are crimes, and it's 34 of them, and it counts. And they need to, I guess I feel like the consequence should meet the criminality of it. I want to make sure we're just.
Right.
Okay, so I think the intermittent would be a very good halfway mark, right? Compromise to everybody's needs. He's still serving the time, right? But he's still going to be able to, if he wants to proceed and running for presidency, he still could do all those things.
Mm-hmm. I mean, they ain't making him feel like a criminal now. You know what I'm saying? Like anybody else be in jail or been in jail already.
I know.
So I don't see him getting locked up on the weekends, making it any different. And then I can only imagine the travesty that's going to look like.
Right.
They're going to like have him Mar-a-Lago. We're going to see him playing golf and shit. Eating shrimp, you know what I'm saying? Like, he's still the president, you know what I'm saying? Imagine if you on that Secret Service detail. You just got to get locked up for 2 days with this nigga, you know what I'm saying? Not gonna make that happen. I mean, I see what you're saying. You got a very positive spin on it too, but I just don't see that being a solution. we'll get to the next one, and I kind of tell you what I think a real punishment would be for him, and then we'll finish that once we finish the list. You know what I'm saying?
Sounds like we're ready to go on to number 5 then.
Yeah.
All right. So number 5 is incarceration. Trump could serve up to 4 years in prison or be placed under house arrest for each charge with a maximum term of 20 years total. Ace, how likely is this to happen, and what challenges would this create for the Department of Corrections and Secret Service? Point?
I don't think it's likely. I just don't have any faith in them doing that. But if they were to do that, I would lean more to more of a house arrest, like at a Mar-a-Lago, or almost like an exile, where he's in a certain area and he's got to be there and he can't leave, but it's going to be very comfortable, and it's not going to be like somebody who's getting locked up. Like they're not going to throw
or maybe
him
the White House.
You're right. They're not going to throw him in San Quentin. You know what I'm saying? They're going to put it somewhere, but it's going to be something we never seen before. You know what I'm saying? He's going to be able to get visitors. But he's not going to be able to probably leave like he wants to. That's going to be his version of prison. Because I just don't see them, and I don't see the Department of Corrections. They're not going to be able.
Not equipped for it, right?
They're not equipped for him. Even if, let's say, he doesn't get elected. Even with him being a former president, they're not equipped to serve for that. And with him even being that, you just can't put him in harm's way or have him there.
Right.
And really, do you really want Trump that close to our underground? Like, I'm serious. You got
already running around with criminals.
Yeah. You got cartel members in there. You got, mafia members. I mean, you got real tight, you got Russian mafia people there that if he's in a real prison, they can, try to get some influence one way or the other. And that might be real dangerous for the country.
That's a great point.
You know what I'm saying? So I just,
you don't want them bribing them and
Right.
Yeah, or whatever, or having access to whatever he knows, and that getting into the hands of the wrong people because it's all underground. Like that could be just bad for the country completely. So I think it's going to be some more of like an isolation of some sort. And the best thing I could see is like we have him where he can't leave Mar-a-Lago, and he's like just living in paradise for the next 4 years. And people are visiting him, and he's getting photo ops, celebrities going down there. His visits is going to be just completely different. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, I would see something like that, but I don't think they're going to lean that way. To be honest with you,
what are your thoughts?
Yeah, I agree. I mean, I'd like to see him go to prison, but there's so many legal ramifications for that. The first thing I was thinking about was extortion too. So if he goes, here we go. He has a lot of secrets that we know that we're not privy to. That he got a mouth, so I can just see him just talking and, trying to get money or whoever's going to extort him. And then the protection of the president, of course. And I'm thinking about those other people that have the Secret Service that's involved. Like, what do their lives look like? And I just think the ramification of the potential political unrest. Like, we already know his followers, are crazy. Okay? We have seen what has happened in the past to many people who speak out against Trump. I can imagine if he is in prison, what his followers are going to do.
They're getting people whacked.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
And then I was also thinking the international community. I mean, we already look like a laughing stock. Y'all can think whatever you want, but people are looking at the United States like, what is happening? How did we get here? And then precedent, rules of law. Like, are people going to use that against former, future presidents in regards to that? So I think the biggest thing is like the legal ramification and the political ramification that comes along with this if we do put him in prison. But again, no one should be above the law. So we might have to start looking at that if a president does something, which we should be putting people into the presidency we shouldn't even be here. We know that. Mm-hmm. But here we are, so made a mistake. We got to make sure we don't continue that. But, looking at the world today, I don't know where we're at.
Man, it's crazy.
It's crazy. We got a criminal running for presidency, but here we are.
Yeah, and let me just chip this in real quick since we're at the end one. I think the only true punishment would be not letting them run and get them out the limelight.
That's what I agree with.
That would
like
be
you're
the
done.
true punishment. Mm-hmm. Like you are nothing anymore. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
You can't run for office. Mm-hmm.
You can't vote. You got a felony, sir.
Vote and just extremely strip him from power. That would be the end game. That would be the punishment for him. You know what I'm saying? And maybe take some of his properties and stuff, which he probably don't own anyway. You know what I'm saying? So that's it.